Okay.
Thank you for the notice.
Okay. All right. The next box here, which is, I think is important. When I start a Zoom session, I always click on the word participants. And then I look for the word chat, which in this case is under more, I think. Yeah. And I click on that once. Two boxes come up on the screen. They're in the middle of the screen. Go up to the top right-hand corner of the black area around the pictures to the word view and go away from exit the full screen. When you do that, you exit the full screen, your participants and your chat box appear on the right-hand side of the page. And that gives you a very nice system for controlling what goes on. Does anybody have any questions about what I just did?
Mm.
All right. The thing about the chat box, and you see the word everyone in the chat box. There's a down arrow. You can talk to everybody in the meeting, or you can talk to one person. And you can say, Henry, meet me at 2:44. Just send him a chat. Or hey, call me after this is over. My phone number is such and such, or my email is such and such. You can chat with one person, which is kind of a nice thing to have, because the meeting can actually have up to 100 people. And it would get pretty bad if everybody was on. Now, right now, everybody except Rick has his microphone on. If there are a lot of people on, you should really turn your microphone off.
He's talking about, see? Huh?
If you turn the microphone off and mute it when there's a lot of people, then you're not really worried.
When you go to this,
You go to the microphone.
it all disappears. Well, actually, they're all down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, that's especially important if something happens, like my wife comes up here and I want to talk to her and not to you. I didn't do it just then, but I should have. I should have muted myself. Okay. All right, the next thing I want to show you, which I think is important, again, goes back to more. The three little dots over there say more. And you have the word breakout rooms. So you click on breakout rooms and a box comes up and you see all the breakout rooms that I have set up.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And later, when we have a lot of people here,
These are all the 18s.
you can go just by going to the breakout room you want, click on the word join. You can go to that breakout room. But right now, you need to have more people here because you'll be all by yourself in the breakout room.
We'll do it, yeah, but that's how we can do it. Click on which one you want and hit join.
So all you need to do to go to any one of the rooms is to join, and they're all listed. And the help room is, let's say somebody comes here and is having trouble with their microphone, but I've got 25 people over here. So I would just say, Henry, you be the MC for a while. I will take him off to the help room and help him work out his microphone problem. So those are the important things on this to know. There's one other thing that is going to take, well, two other things that are going to take place over here. One is, if there's a lot of people, you go over to your name and you see more, and you can let's see. No, that's not what you want. Reactions. Okay, go to reactions down there and you can raise your hand. Okay, see that hand next to my picture over here? All right, I've raised my hand, say, I want to say something. Doesn't really matter. Just talk. Unmute yourself and say something. But it's there.
Okay, where's the hand raising function?
Under the reactions.
Reaction. Oh, okay, got it.
I
Now,
don't see reaction.
If you're on a PC, it's at the bottom of the screen.
on the bottom of the screen where all those little icons
Your
are.
toolbar down there, your Zoom toolbar.
Now, the one other thing that's under my control entirely,
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, okay. Got it.
I'll teach you.
Room
So,
service.
I don't see the breakout rooms.
see Henry
though,
B there?
Stefan.
And Rick,
Is she bringing you coffee?
I made my own lunch.
Ah,
Okay. The other thing that's
Give me a fill here.
important
Fill it up.
is sharing the screen. Okay, so as a host, I control that. I share, and I can go to company B, play coup. I can go to Doc Peck, and I can show you what's on my screen. Okay, that's on. That's on the website. Okay. So share, that's a nice thing about this Zoom is that you can share a screen. And I can permit, as a host, I can permit a user to share his screen. But right now, I'm the one who's sharing the screen.
Steve, do you have anything on your screen that you are sharing? Because all I'm seeing is the 5 participants across the top and a black screen that says Stephen Sherman has started screen sharing. So I don't know if you're actually sharing anything.
All right.
Trying to share something that ain't showing.
Yeah, let me try this again. I'm going to close that and stop the share.
There we go.
And I'm going to try to share that again. And I still don't see it. So I have to do this in a different way. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to do some practicing on that.
That's why we're here.
I'm locked out because I'm recording this. So I have limits to what I do. I have to have the screen set up probably before I actually share, before I try to share it. So those are the primary things of the lesson. Just getting into this is easy.
Complexities of automatic weapons in a foreign language through an interpreter. So we.
So, do we have any questions here?
Well, I have one, Paul. I did not see any breakout sessions. Are there any on the current call?
Yes. But there's
Yeah.
nobody in the room because I've just got the 6 of you here.
Right, but I don't see the rooms.
Under where all the icons are,
Ye-
you had one icon that said more.
Oh, well, I know I'm there. I'm in the more session,
Okay.
chat,
And
meeting settings.
and breakout
Minimize.
rooms. Do you see the word breakout rooms under more?
No, that's my question,
Hmm.
actually.
Okay, so that's something about the Apple.
A menu will come down to the middle of the screen and then you pick the ones you want to go to.
Yeah, no, he hasn't seen it, but he's on an iPad. So where that more is on an iPad
Yeah.
is questionable.
Steve, I got a question.
I'm on my iPad intentionally because I'm going to be traveling tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
hold on.
so
That's
I thought I would try to use cellular data but that didn't seem to work here today. But I can stop and find Wi-Fi somewhere.
Okay, now I'm gonna see how to do it on an iPad.
Steve, I got a question.
Okay, go ahead, ask the question while I'm looking.
Do you need to do this on an iPad or an iPhone? Do you need an app? Do you need to download the Zoom app or
No,
can
you
you
just need to, you have to.
just
have
click on the link?
And you just click on the link, but all your controls are somewhere else.
Right, let me go get my iPad.
Okay, that would be good.
I did try to get to a breakout room just a minute ago, Steve, and I got to the Play Me breakout room. And there's nobody there, but I went into it. And then it has an option to get back to the main room when you log out.
That's all there is to it. Not
Yeah, exactly.
But we still have to resolve the problem of how to do it when you're on an iPad. Because you're doing it from a PC, right, Henry?
Yeah, I'm using a HP laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're using Windows,
So there,
basically.
you can do it with other things. But,
Yeah.
Sent. Okay. Okay, hold on to your ears because I'm gonna have another one of those audio problems. Probably not. I think I just won't join with the audio.
We just lost somebody, he left. Who's that? Oh, here he's come, somebody else coming back in. No,
And that was me.
that's you coming back. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm joining with no audio.
Here, someone mentioned that you may need to have the app. If you have the app on your iPad, you don't have to go into the app first. You can click on the link.
Yeah.
And that'll automatically engage the app.
Okay, here we got. On the left-hand side on my iPad, I have switch cameras, join breakout rooms, and switch to gallery view. Do you see that there, Paul?
No, I see none of that.
On the left-hand side,
On the left-hand side,
yeah, and they're on top of my
I
picture.
basically have leave and the record indicator.
And then below that,
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. I see that.
see the breakout rooms?
Yeah,
Okay, it's there, it's just a question of finding it, which is the reason we're having this meeting today, to resolve this kind of question.
right, exactly.
Tomorrow, you come in, and hopefully we'll have a lot more people. And then we can go ahead and do that. Hold on here. Jim, where are you? SF, but you should just click on the link and that's all you need. The passcode is built into it. That long thing that says click on this link to join the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, see you soon. SF. Okay, bye. That's Jim Selders, and he's trying to figure out where the passcode is. None of you got asked for that. It's Paul that disappeared. All right. Here's Paul back again.
Yeah, I just came back. I just went into Doc Yang's meeting room and then I had to figure out how to leave, but I figured it out.
Like the Hotel California.
Yeah, exactly.
Check in, but you can never leave.
Well, As I just said, Jim Sellers just called me. He still hasn't figured it out yet. But, you know, at an average of 40 people each with more than 12 camps, I'm surprised that I've only got this number of people so far. You know,
That means everybody else is confident.
maybe, but for Quinion and Bambi Tut, you know, I had a minimum of 40 people that virtually all the time I was doing it. And I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough room for all the people. So that's why I scheduled a third day to do B25, B25 camps rather. So on the list that I sent you and on the website, you can see the status on almost all the people at your camp. So if they don't end up showing up and you want to talk to them, get with me privately and I'll work out. All right, you're showing me the list of the camp that you printed out.
Right.
Talked before.
Yeah, then you can print out each one and go through and see who's still with us and who's not. And it's very helpful.
I'll ask him for that website. Or you can talk.
Just
to him.
want to play me. Somebody said they just logged on to play me. Who was that? Is that you, Paul?
Oh,
No, it wasn't me.
I was on Play Me several minutes ago, but
Oh, okay.
not
Were you
recently.
stationed to play me?
I was.
Which year?
September of 1969 to September of 1970. So I was a medic.
I think I was there at that time, but I'm not sure. I don't.
Been a
When
long
did I
time.
get there?
you look on the list there and find out when you were there.
I'm looking, that's what I'm going to do right now. This is the play me list.
Yeah, many times. I've sent him corrections.
Play me list. It's
Steve,
Yes,
what is that website that you got the list from?
specialforcesbooks.com. So spell that all out. Special Forces Books plural.
Okay,
Don't abbreviate it. Specialforcesbooks.com,
all one word.
all one word. And
Okay,
there's a map
Are-
there, and on the first page, there's a map. You click on the red area of the map, which is two core, and you'll see a list of camps. Click on any camp and you'll have a list of people.
okay.
But there is no contact information to reach those people on that book.
No, not on the website. That'd be too public. Call me. Okay,
Okay.
now,
Okay.
on the
Thank you.
list I sent you, on your camp, you have addresses, email addresses of people who are in camp. On the letter I sent you,
The letter you sent?
the email I sent you
Okay.
to invite you here. You see that?
I didn't see that, but I'll
It's there. It's all the other addresses who in the two column of the email.
okay, I'll go back in there and look at that later.
Hey, Steve, I'm gonna leave you now.
Okay, other Steve.
I'll be back tomorrow, but I'll be a little late in joining the session because I've got a doctor's appointment, so I'll miss the first hour and a half. All right?
Again, just hop
Yes.
in.
Yep, see you then.
Okay,
Right,
take care. Good luck with it.
Richard.
thank you.
That's Richard there. Oh, there you are, Richard. That's you on the list. I highlighted. I was there, I think, through September. And I think
Well,
you
that
got
was-
there. You came September 1st, and I'll look here and see when I left. I think I was in the field when you got there, and when I got out of the field, I went right out.
That would explain that. And then you were there as the detachment commander. I remember Harold Palmer and Henley and Hamilton wasn't there for very long.
I was the
Malcolm
command, I was the commander because the C detachment commander relieved the CO for telling the CO was a Cuban guy to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and
That's how I ended up the commander for a month.
there were some other issues at that camp at the same time. When I got there, the team house bar was closed. It was a dry camp because of something that had happened.
Oh, no. I know I was out in the field and then I got, came in right and got out of there like I was in the Trang the next day. So
Yeah.
I didn't have much time after. Now you spent some time then with Nick Panarella.
Yes, I did. He was our CA PSYOPs guy for the other
Yeah.
people.
He's on my
And-
board now at my school. And he lives down here and I see him almost, if I don't talk to him every day, I see him at least once a week. So he's in good shape.
Yeah, he comes to Houston every now and then for some pro bono work he does down here for a nonprofit, but I haven't had a chance to hook up with him yet.
Yeah. He's in Philadelphia right now, so he
Okay.
wasn't able to join us. I have a board meeting. I'm on a bunch of different things. I'm still pretty active. So I have a board meeting at 2 and then one at 4. So about 5 or 2, I'm going to have to get off. But I really, Play Me was really an interesting place. That's for sure. For me,
Well,
anyway.
I helped them shut down the old camp and blow it up as we moved into the new camp up on the hill. That got finished. We had Christmas dinner in that new camp, by the way.
Yeah. So I went, we were still in the old camp when I left. So
Oh, yeah.
it was right after that.
I helped move. So,
Mhm. There was a tiger got one of my guys one night. Did you hear about that?
if I did, I don't recall.
Yeah, on that last operation we were out. Yeah.
Oh,
We
really?
were, we were following the 4th Division around, policing up the NVA who were following the 4th Division units. And I think in that month we picked up 16 of them, captured them.
Cool.
And I had a little 16, 18, 20 man team that I wanted going around with. And one night, Tiger grabbed one of the lookouts on the trail. He was
Damn.
sleeping in his ruck, in his sling, and the one guy standing at the bottom, and the tiger snatched him right out of his little hammock there.
Yeah, I can remember being out and would see tiger prints or droppings or some evidence of a tiger, and the little guys would get real nervous.
There's a reason that tiger eventually got shot by a helicopter door gunner. They saw him walking down the road towards the new camp, looking for where the troops have crossed, and the door gunner gunned them down, and they landed the helicopter, threw the tiger in the helicopter, and took it back through the skinning of it.
Oh, wow. That's a hell of a story. So he was getting habituated around humans, just the same. They got that same problem in India now. Tigers too close to the villages will decide that humans are easy pickings.
Exactly right. Easy pickings. That's right. Yeah. So are you getting your lunch done there, Steve? Okay.
So let me get it straight. The 4th Division was out in operation. The NVA was following them. You were following the NVA, and the tiger was following you.
They were following both of us. I sat and listened to the 4th Division guys one night talking on the radio about this big snake that grabbed one of their guys and drug him 20 yards. And I'm thinking, that's not a snake. That was the tiger that was around.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
didn't even know. Yeah, they didn't even know it was a tiger around. But
That's wild.
we followed. We tried to stay about 1,000 yards away from them. We felt safe enough. If we could bump into the 4th Division guys, because they were like a joke out there. So, and they were going home, so they weren't inactive. They were just putting time in, and they had no interest really in pursuing any kind of contacts. So they were just wanting to stay out of trouble and go home. That's the sense I got from them.
Well,
Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah, hey, Steve, I'm going to sign off also, but
That's the old camp in Martha Ray.
That's right. She was down there.
Yeah, that's when we opened up the bar again.
Oh, hope to see you later.
Steve, are you leaving?
No, Paul.
Oh, Paul. Okay, Paul, he's gone, huh?
Yeah.
Already,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah, I ran into her only once, and that was in Khartoum. She was there one.
Yeah, this
Right
was,
around Christmas.
this was probably November of '69. They, she came out, and stayed for a few hours. October, November. I can't remember exactly. Is there a date on the back? No, there's not.
Mhm.
But that was probably one of the few photos I have that was taken in the old camp that have survived the last 54 years.
Was Middleton still there? There was a Sergeant Middleton, intel sergeant, I think. Who was the intel sergeant?
Doesn't ring a bell.
No, maybe I'll have to look and see.
Are you going to be on tomorrow, Henry?
I'm going to try, but I have a busy day tomorrow too. I have
Okay.
graduation.
As you had said
tomorrow
that, I
night
just
at
couldn't
6,
remember.
and I have another graduation during the day, and then a party for some people in the evening. It's just, I've been really, I'm doing too many things. Too many of them are for Bono, for
Yeah,
Mr.
well,
Bono.
still keeps you out of the bar and out of trouble.
I quit drinking a long time ago. That would get me in trouble. So
You both.
I quit drinking. I went back to the 11th group,
Okay.
10th group. I'm sorry, 10th group in Fort Devens. I came back out of the Army for a while, finished college in one semester, and then went back in for a couple more years, and went to the 10th group, and then came back after about 6 months in the 10th group to Special Forces Thailand. Spent about a year and a half there.
Okay.
I'm looking for people who were in the 10th group in 1972 in March of 72. That wasn't you.
March of 72?
Yeah.
No, I was there in February to probably June, July, August. February to maybe August in
What year?
71.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And I was at the Fort Devens, and we deployed to England for a while, and then into southeastern Germany for an operation. And the plane caught on fire while we were at about 800 feet, and that was pretty, one of those, should we jump out or? And we just happened to be flying over Furstenfeldbruck and just landed. The runway lights weren't even on. That was pretty interesting.
I was in the 20th for a good while and just missed their burning C-119 incident in the panhandle of Florida. They were flying to an annual training event, and fire in the engine on a 119 got behind the firewall, so they all had to go out. They all got their Caterpillar badge over that, and it said it took them it took them the better part of a year to get reimbursed for all their personal belongings they lost on the airplane. That was all they talked about, after an adventure like that, was what they lost and how hard it was to get recovery for it. I just missed that one by about 8 months, I think.
Mhm. Well, the plane didn't go down. It landed, and the engine was extinguished. The fire was extinguished by the CO2 bottles, I guess, that they had in there.
Right.
But it was smoking, and we were loaded pretty much, and the German police and the security forces at the airport were pretty disturbed by us just showing up. And no one talked to anybody. So the pilot and the head of their security service sorted us out, and we were the only team on the plane, so it was, pretty much empty. And they kept us in a gymnasium right there, right off of the parking area. And for 2 days, then they brought another plane and took us on our way.
Well, I could see where they'd be suspicious at that, in the very early 1970s of an airplane coming out of nowhere in the middle of the night, the height of the
Yeah.
Cold War.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. That's right where in 72, that area was right where the Israeli athletes got killed in the helicopters. Right.
Wow.
Our plane was sat right there where those helicopters were in 72. When they kidnapped those guys out of the Olympic Village.
Yeah, that's just one of those things you never, it's almost like where were you when Kennedy was shot? It's just one of those things you'll always remember. That was terrible.
Yeah. So, well, tomorrow should be a lot of fun. I've been doing these things now since we had the COVID thing. We went virtual in our school. I have 2 schools I'm involved with. And we taught the kids from home. I got a grant from Walmart to get them all computers to take home. It was just pretty nice of them. And iPads and Chromebooks and bunches of stuff. And but I wanted to buy them from Walmart, and they had trouble selling me more than 5 at a time. Seriously,
Well, they don't give it to you. It's easier that way.
I had a constraint on it. And what I ended up doing is I went to the store and I bought out their inventory basically. And what they did is I was talking to the head of their security in Bentonville, and he said, okay, we're going to turn off the security systems now on all the cash registers. That's the only way you could do it. Do it. Said, run your transaction through. They ran my transaction through, and they said, okay, we're going to turn them back on now. Bang. And that's the only way I could get them all on the bill. Or else buying 5 at a time. I was buying 60 or 80 of them at a time.
Wow. It's a nice problem to have.
Well, it was good. And because they gave the money to us, I wanted to do it through Walmart. And and so I tried, and they accommodated me and went really out of their way to accommodate it. So
that's neat.
It was pretty good. I had the store manager and a regional manager standing with me when we did all that. One of those push carts with bunches of stuff on. So they're pretty good. So I'm going to have to bail out here in about a minute or two. Steve, I hope you have a good crowd tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on again at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And you have as much knowledge of this as I do now, even though that you're doing a great job with putting this together. I think this is I wish we had this kind of technology when I was walking around there and outside of Play Me, stumbling around in the woods today.
The Tigers didn't have any access. Look, one of the problems we have here is that all you guys had no problems with ducking bullets in the bush, but clicking on a link on the internet, that scares the shit out of half of the people in our group.
You're right.
It's like I tell my wife, just mess with it. You can't break it.
Yeah.
Just get the grandkids in. They know how to run this.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah, without a doubt.
They know it too well.
The reason I learned how to do this is I asked my granddaughter, what I should do when COVID-19 started up. And she said, my great grandson is going to school on this shit. So I said, if he can do it at 10, I can do it at 76. And I got right into it. And it really is a nice thing to have.
You can't do it as well, though. That's
I am very good at this, really. I designed the whole convention for the SOA last year when they closed.
I know that. And that was a great effort. Great job, too.
I think I'm pretty good at setting these things up. But still, you got to lead the horse to water, or whatever the hell the expression is.
best thing that happened to me was that I saw where Carl May's name was on there. And I
Yeah,
contacted him. I thought he had passed away about 5 years ago. And I hadn't seen him since he was my team sergeant. And so we've been in communication.
that's good. That's why I put everybody's email addresses on the thing I sent you.
Yeah.
So that you're able to get hold of people and talk with them. Now, I don't know if the fact we only have a few people here is because everybody said, oh, I know how to do Zoom, so I don't need to go to this session. But tomorrow is supposed to be the real thing. And let's see how many people show up.
I
We'll
guess
find out, won't we?
I guess for going to a room on there, it says was it breakout room? It's got 4 little squares. I just have to click on that when we go to a breakout room.
Go ahead and click on it now. And you say join, and when you want to leave, you just join the main room.
Oh, I see. It's got all the camps and so on,
Mhm.
24 and so.
So,
Okay.
and you can do that on your own. You don't need me to give you
Great.
permission. So when somebody,
Thanks, everybody. I gotta run and
okay,
Good
see
talking
you
to you.
tomorrow, I hope. Keep in
All right.
touch, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Steve.
okay, take care.
I've been on these Zooms, but I've never gone to a breakout room. So when I saw that, I said, oh, I better get on here and learn about that.
Well, most people, they don't really understand all the things you can do. Every time when I was starting to do this, every time I'd have an idea, say, hey, it'd be really nice if we could do this. I'd send it to support people. They say, go watch this video. And it'd be already done and have a video to explain it. They really did a good job in setting this program up. So best thing we can do is make good use of it. Mhm.
Well, very good. Steve, I'm going to slip out of here, and I certainly plan on being back here in 23 hours, and then we'll see what happens then.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. See you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
All right, Rick,
See you tomorrow.
we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Gary, that name sounds familiar. Where were you?
I was at Duco, 68, 69,
Yeah, where?
8353.
Duco.
Okay. Probably run across it in there, B24 or so on.
Yeah,
Well,
where you at? Where you at, Steve?
I was in the C detachment in Play Coup.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Get everybody on here.
Well, when you get back, go kick some people's butts and say, where were you today?
Yeah,
I was having a hard time getting on. I hadn't used my laptop in a long time. Well, 3 weeks, I guess. And that's the only one I got communication on. So I tried to turn it on. Well, it had updates and it had everything else. It took me an hour just to get in there. And then I didn't know what the password was.
Well, you shouldn't have had a password problem because it was built into the link. But if you did, you apparently you overcame that. Was SF what they were looking for?
I typed in the SF and that's how I got in.
Okay.
let's tell me a picture, a team picture. You make an address of Steve, and I'll send him a copy of it.
Okay. Steve,
Yeah.
Gary has a team picture that he'd like to send you send you a copy of, if
Okay.
you want to give us your address.
On my email to you, that's my email address. You're talking about email or physical? Both of them are in my email.
Physical.
Physical address is also on my email.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll check. I'll look at that then.
Mhm.
Are you ready to sign off, hon? I guess we're gonna sign off and
Okay.
plan to be back tomorrow.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Jim?
I'll let you go. So I know you got things to do.
Well, I'm gonna have to sit here and listen in case anybody shows up a little late.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So,
Like I said, I've been on these Zoom conferences, but never went to a breakout room. So when you said that, I thought, oh, I better get on there and make sure that I can do that.
well, let me show you a couple of things while it's just you and me here.
Okay.
All right. Underneath your picture, there's a whole bunch of little icons.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, there's one icon that says participants.
Yes.
Click on that. And another icon may be by itself or it may be under more. It says chat, CHAT.
It still shows Gary on there, but it shows participants as me and you.
No, just,
Gary.
no, not there, on the bottom of your screen. The icon's on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. When it says participants.
Yeah, well, move over to the word more next to the word end on the right-hand side. Down at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah. It says what?
More, M-O-R-E, dot and 3 dots.
Huh, I don't see that.
All right, you see all those icons. We're starting with a microphone
Yeah.
on the left-hand side.
Left-hand side, I've got participants. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what I got there. No.
You got a microphone picture.
No, just participants, chat.
Chat, click on chat. Okay, now you have two boxes that came on your screen. Okay,
Yeah.
they're just hanging around the middle of your screen. Now go up to the top right-hand corner of the black box where the people's pictures are. It says view. It says view, top right-hand corner,
All right, let me go back to chat again.
black area
No,
above the pictures.
on chat, and it's just a blank.
No,
little
up
square.
above the picture. You're below. You go above. View. VIEW. Top right-hand corner.
Oh, I'm sorry. There, yeah, okay.
I click on that and say exit full screen.
Got it.
All right, now participants in chat are on the side of your picture.
Okay.
The boxes you just had have gone to the side of the picture on the right-hand side of the screen.
Okay, I got it.
And that's basically the way you should be looking at this when you talk to people. You always see the participants. You have the chat underneath. If you want to talk to one person or everybody in the chat, you see it says everyone. You can talk to one person or you can talk to everyone just by typing right in that box. Okay, so if you see a guy that you want to talk to privately,
Okay. I got Steve Sherman there.
yeah, you can say, just type a message, say, meet me in the breakout room for play me or whatever. Okay, but that's your communications off screen. You can send
Okay.
somebody a message that's in the meeting, but you don't want to talk to them in front of everybody.
Okay.
So those are the important things. You know where the breakout rooms are, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you come in, you set up your screen the way I showed you with participants and chat, and you're ready to rumble. And when you want to mute the microphone, you just go down to, you go to your name and you can put a cursor on your name. You see, okay, mute. In the participant box on your name. You put the cursor on your name and it says mute or more.
Got mute.
Okay, now you're muted, so you have to unmute.
Okay, I'm unmute.
You become an expert now.
Yeah, and more and more I use this. I've been in meetings and so on. I said, boy, this is a great deal. Save a lot of driving time.
Mhm. And hotel bills and airfare and everything else. I mean, you and I are talking on this. Yeah, this, I could do something similar with FaceTime on the iPhone, but I've got other things that I've got to practice with a little bit, like this business of sharing a screen. Let me try it again here. If I go to the main window and I share the main window
All right.
and I go to okay, I've got to set up the application before I start. So I will remember to do that before we have a meeting. So
Yeah, we conducted a meeting last time I was on, voted on it and everything.
mhm.
Yeah, I was real happy to get Carl Macy. I really just I I don't know why I thought he was dead. I thought I'd checked on it and even talked to his dad or something. I don't know, or his ex-wife. And maybe it was his ex-wife and she just wishing he was dead or something.
That could be.
Carl-
I talked to a guy
Carl-
yesterday, and this is a retired colonel or lieutenant colonel, and he said he's worried that somebody stole all the records from the Office of Personnel Management in DC, and they're all going to go into his bank account. That was like 10 years ago, I think. And he was afraid to go on the internet and do this. And he checked on me. It's okay to talk to me, but he doesn't want me to send him an email. He doesn't want to give me his email. And the funny thing is, he was the CEO of Doxiang. And that same day, I'd received letters back from his XO and his medic saying they were planning to come tomorrow.
Was that Reeb?
Now, Reeb is in Thailand.
Oh.
And his ex-wife was supposed to try to get me his email address, but he's with his new wife in Thailand.
Yeah, I went over there. I went to Bangkok and then twice I went to Philippines there to visit John Hollis before he passed away. I tell you what, we're passing away faster than we can count.
Yeah, I talked to somebody in October, and then I sent him the email inviting him to the meeting. And his wife calls me up and says, he can't come to the meeting. We're having his funeral the same day. Yeah, it was like 1 month ago. I talked to him.
Huh.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, see who all gets on here.
Well, I'm eager to see because the level of interest was very high. But I scheduled this day for people just to learn how to do it, because they're going to spend a lot of time just figuring things out. Tomorrow I'll leave them pretty much at their own mercy. They can go to the breakout rooms. I'll show them how to do it if they don't know. But
it looks like you're in a library. Are you in a library?
I am in my library. This is upstairs.
Your library. It looks like there's several shelves there.
There's a lot of shelves. In fact, I thought I had enough shelves to take care of everything. And I ended up building a second row of shelves just to allow me to put more stuff up there. And just in the process of doing this one, I must have bought about 10 more books just because I ran into people who'd done books. And just a hell of a lot of new books that came out on the camps that we've got there.
I'll send an email out to all the people that I'm in contact with and tell them about getting on here, so tomorrow.
If it
Bob
gets,
Fair, I don't know, you got anything on Bob Fair? He was my combo man at Polly Clang when I first got there. Teachy was still there. And Bob left after, about a month after I was there, or no, about 3 weeks, I guess.
yeah,
And then he ended up in the Navy, and got a commission.
well, I had a phone number in Fayetteville. And I had an email, but the email looked like a business email. It was befair@delraysys.com. So that was a job he had. So as far as the email is concerned, let me stop recording this thing here.
Yeah.